you go. Let it get up and running. Looks good to me. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 237, where we're going to do a little bit more work on our capital ship, and then we'll likely depart for someplace else. I've been thinking a lot about how we've set this up. I'm very happy with our little hydroponics room here, and so we're going to go ahead and get our plant inventory squared away. Let's just see how much, where are we sitting at with these things, because we don't think we need much gamma root or much frost crystal to be maxed out on that. And then we'll sort of just have this sitting down here in the bottom floor, what's currently the bottom floor of our capital ship. Look at that, lots and lots. And then what we need the most is the fungal mold, the star bramble. Oh, where did my condensed carbon go? Oh, you know what? We are making... No, it's not in here. Where did I place all of our condensed carbon? How peculiar. I wonder if it's sitting around in one of the large refiners. We'll take a look in a minute. And then what I wanted to do, on top of just some basic capital ship maintenance and maybe a full-on tour, possibly, I don't know. We're not done with it. I don't think we're going to sit here more than this little bit, because what I want to do is I want to expand our fabrication sector a tiny bit. So right now we're just kind of seeing about what we're getting harvest-wise here. Yeah, that's pretty good. What, that was like 2,000 fungal mold. And then let's just get the other stuff caught up. So we'll do the star bramble, and then the mordite and the fecium, and then we'll let the other stuff sit for a bit. We don't have to harvest everything right now. And I think in the future, if I want to do like a full room harvest, I'll just slowly gather this stuff off camera in between episodes. But for the first bit, since what? See, look at that. We didn't plant this one. Thank you. So we'll take our time here. We'll make sure we get the ones that are important, the ones that we are the lowest on. You know, really behind. And of course, star bramble's always going to be one of those because of how little you actually harvest. Yeah, so that one was for sure less than 2 grand. That's okay. It wasn't that much less. Oh, what else were we short on? That's it. So then we'll get the mordite, and we'll get the fecium, and then we'll talk a little bit about the fabrication sector. So as you know, they now have limited large refiners to 2 per section, and so we had to space out quite a few large refiners sort of away from each other in our fabrication section, which means the fabrication section, or the engineering, has become these weird, awkward, long hallways. And I don't really like that. It's sort of a necessary evil, especially if we want to ever mass produce something in the future without having to travel back to our big manufacturing base. Which honestly, I almost want our base back on Terra Nautica now to be more of a luxurious, like living base, and not so much a manufacturing base. But maybe it can do a little bit of both. I don't know. All right, there we go. That's plenty of what we want to harvest for now. Pretty sure. Double save points. That's interesting. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay. And the condensed carbon is missing. How peculiar. Wow, we did not get much mordite or fecium at all. We'll have to harvest those quite a bit. And as you can see, some lights that weren't working have started working. So I think it's not so much a bug with the lights. I think if we warp our freighter somewhere else, a lot of these sublights will turn on. And so, yeah, see, look, those lights came on in the hallway. All right, so here we are in engineering. And what I thought of was, so we have these large refiners, but it's rare when I'm using a large refiner that I will use all 3 inputs. So I thought, well, what about medium refiners, right? So medium refiners require petroleum jelly, and I thought... dihydrogen jelly. I don't know why I'm going to keep doing that. Oh, tell me there's some... Here it is. Yes. Dihydrogen jelly. It's a jelly. It's made of something. Don't worry about it. So, we use dihydrogen jelly. And... let's see. Yes, as I was suspecting and experimenting with, you can have multiple medium refiners hanging out right next to the large refiners. So let's see how many we get per section here. 3. Oh, that's nice. Okay, 3. So there's nothing saying, because we normally use 2 inputs at a time, that we can't completely change the way we do this. So let's go, we'll get rid of this one, and then let's do it like this. I don't want to do it like that. So my thought process is, if we just do it like a room, like this perhaps, and then this. So this will connect through, and that will not. Okay, that's good. And then we'll go one more here, like this. Hey, look at that. Okay, so from here what we'll do is we'll just say, look, medium refiners. I mean, 1. Oh, come on, it's got to be perfect. No, it's not going to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of good enough. Look at that. So now we have a little mini 3 refiner section for medium refiners, where we can put in, you know, items that we only require 2 inputs. And then we'll do the same over here. So we'll go 1, and then we'll get rid of this room. We'll do the same thing. 1, 2. And then if we bridge it this way, you can see it connects to that one. It makes this awkwardly open area. I don't really want to do that, right? So let's keep it the way it matches on the other side. Oh, look at that. And is this going to be too close? No, it's not. Look at that. Almost like I did a little bit of planning and experimentation in between the last episode and now. Who would have thunk it? Alright, so now the engineering section is getting massive. So we've got 2 large refiners on this side. I'm going to find out where I put this condensed carbon, for crying out loud. I must have sent it to the freighter, potentially. Starship? What the heck is going on with my condensed carbon? This is out of control. It's out of control. And look, I'm missing extra oxygen. Yeah, I put them in somewhere. I put them in somewhere. I know I did. They're kicking around in one of these, right? Like this one? Nope. This one? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so as you can see, if you have condensed carbon and oxygen, you always have more condensed carbon. And I think we're just going to... Actually, let's just run this carbon at a full amount, because we need lots and lots of carbon. Because carbon is actually, we're shorter on that than we are on condensed carbon, oddly enough. And I'm not exactly sure why it's going to do that to me. So instead, let's just grab the condensed carbon there and have it max out. Perfect. Okay, so it'll max out at 4,000. So now we've got 6 medium refiners and 6 large refiners. I'm pretty happy with that. And then it connects to storage. Well, you know, I would really like it if this tied in at the end more than it does. What if we go stairway up? Not yellow, though. Nope, not yellow. And then from here, what? We'll do a T intersection, I think is appropriate. Followed by, well, one of these curves, and then a straight one. Curves, straight one, and then we'll go to another curve, to a T intersection. This curve will connect here like this, right? And then from here we should be lined up. So I'm thinking we'll do room, 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 like that. So then if we try to T-intersection this at the end and make it the same, ideally we would have some yellow lights to let everybody know that up here is engineering, something like this. Hey look, those work. Nice, very nice. And then, you know, maybe, here's what we'll do. We'll start the yellow paint for engineering, like, with the curve, maybe? No, that doesn't seem right. We haven't done that in other sections. We let it... No, I guess the engineering part will change there. Yeah. Okay, and then from here in is where we go engineering. So we'll just change everything to be our nice yellow construction paint. Right? So next, let's see if we can buy some more microprocessors. Right? Need lots of these. And then hopefully this area here is far enough away that we can do some large... Ooh, look at that. This is too close. This is just right. Oh, wow. I love it. And now we get 2 large refiners, and then the only thing we don't have is another array of medium refiners. Which we could just go on one side versus the other. I don't like the way that's gonna look. We'll just do them in the middle. Right? I think that's a clever move right there. Just go one in the middle there. One in the middle here. Now, all said and done, that means we have 8 large refiners and 8 medium refiners. I mean, holy moly, if we need more of an engineering section than that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of really cool space magic you can do when you have an endless supply of refiners. I just don't know if we're going to need to do that much ever at one point in time. Although what this allows me to do now is actually get a lot done in between episodes without leaving my ship. I don't mind doing work on the ship in between episodes if it's really just going to be repetitive and nothing new. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go down to planets in between episodes, because that's when weird stuff happens. That's when, you know, you have a run-in with the Sentinels, or you find a new alien, or you find the perfect spot for a base. I mean, that's when the magic happens, really. Walking around the capital ship, it's cool when we haven't done it in a while. But when I have an intense need to do a lot of work or whatever, maintenance, then, you know, we don't have to show all of that. So there we are, sort of squared away. We've got our resources, we've got our engineering section, our storage section, hydroponics, our command section. Really, our capital ship is becoming quite nice, very epic. This feels empty back here. We might do more there. Pretty close to storage. We might set up the galley, sort of the leisure area back there. Now that we've got all the functional areas that we need, we might transition to start doing more more cosmetic areas next. So everything kind of ties together. I think it flows pretty nicely. Let's see what our command frigates have accomplished. We have plenty of room here to keep doing this, so let's go ahead and debrief everybody and see what we got. Alright, we got some organic catalysts, some units, chloride lattice, more units, activated cadmium. Okay. Some iridescent, neural ducts, more iridescent. Not bad, not bad. And for an industrial mission. Let's see, over here we're going to get activated cadmium again, more units, Herox, another industrial mission, and some units. Okay, pretty basic stuff. Pretty basic stuff. Nothing amazing yet. Alright, activated copper, some units, some hot ice. Okay, destabilized sodium, relatticed arc crystal. Yeah, not a lot. Really short and sweet missions this time around. inventory's full. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but that's okay. Much of this knows where it can go now, but what we'll do is we'll take it into our inventory so I can organize it properly. And let me see, that can be sold, that can be sold, sold, yep. 10 metal plating, that feels like such an obnoxious waste. We'll just hold on to that. Alright, do we have a merchant in here? That seems like a horrible waste. Let's go. No? Are you not gonna? Can't snap on any of these because they're not rooms, right? Is that it? Wait, no, it's trying to snap somewhere in the distance. So here's what we'll do. Is just for fun, because I don't want to have to keep leaving and running other places, is this will be just a little trade room right here for our command section. It makes no sense to be wandering around into other locations when really we just want to sell our stuff and get back to it. Alright, so we'll sell from the freighter. Yeah, neural ducts, sure, that's $500,000. Activated cadmium, also $500,000. Activated copper, not a lot. $500,000 there. Boy, it all adds up, doesn't it? Okay. Next up. Let's see, this was the... Let's take a look. 2-star balanced expedition. We got rare metal elements, some units, more arc crystals, vortex cubes, lots of units, some effigies, something special here. Salvaged frigate module from the balanced expedition. Let's pay attention to that. More rare metal element and more units, a lot of units. Geodesite, semiconductor, not bad. Now we've read in the comments, and quite a few people are like, Thranxes, you're a goofball. What you should be doing is you should be committing space piracy for all of the salvaged frigate module needs that you have. And yeah, to that I say harumph. I'm not really excited about that. I respect that space piracy is a viable option in this game to get what you need, but I reject those terms. That is not the Thranxian way, and so we're not going to be blowing up. Now, I'm not super worried about the rep. My reputation is maxed out with the aliens. And I know I could earn it back, but thematically, space piracy just goes against everything I believe in. I don't want to take from other people. I want to earn... Oh, I want to earn it myself. Speaking of, what has happened here? So we sent a combat ship with this expedition too, and we still suffered damage. Oh my. 3-star difficulty rating for an exploration. Okay. Survey team deployed, get albumin pearls, Corvax casings, Viking effigies, some discovery, antimatter, magnetized ferrite, vortex cubes, iridescent, units, effigy, another discovery. Ooh, warp tunnel navigation failure. Oh, that's why a combat craft can't help with that. Expedition path is too close to a black hole. Event horizon avoided, but some spaghettification experienced. Hull suffered thousands of minor breaches. Cumulative effect, catastrophic damage. It continued with the mission despite heavy damage. So we need to go conduct some frigate repairs, which is a thing we have not done in a long time. But it is important, and we're going to have to do it. Alright, let's sell all of the things that we don't need here. Sac venom, Corvax casings, Viking effigy. We don't need all that. Vortex cubes, sure. Okay. So then next thing is we're going to hit up our storage. So let's see, that's the vegan one. This one is manufactured magic, right, which is where we're going to send not the stuff that we have. See, here we are, spare parts, so we'll send all this chloride lattice, this destabilized sodium, sure. And then this one over here is going to hold our iridescent until it's just overflowing with rocks, which I imagine will happen at some point. Now, I think some of this stuff, if you're wondering why I'm not trying to just automatically say, "Oh, go to storage," is because as a stack fills up. So here's the problem that we run into, right? Is that as a stack fills up in my inventory, what ends up happening is that it'll just send that wherever it wants. So for example, if this iridescent stack was to fill up, or say this Herox stack is about to fill up, which it will, I want the extra Herox to go here, in this same container with the Herox. And if I just tell it to go wherever, it'll throw it in the first available storage container once that stack is full. At least to my knowledge it will, and that's no good for me. I'm not a fan of that. I spent a lot of time getting all of this inventory nice and organized, and I would like to keep it that way. And I know we have a lot of extra storage, but not managing your own inventory is the quickest way to let it get out of control. And I think this, we'll just put this metal plating here. Okay, so we're running out of spare room. Oof, for sure. Times are tight. We just don't have the... Here, if we're going to put some metal plating, we'll just put it all back there. Put the save point here. I don't know why. And Star Silk, am I going to... Oh, because we're going to make some chairs, right? Can't forget that. Don't forget the chairs, Thranx's priorities now. So I guess because our inventory was full... Our personal inventory was full. We did not get any of our discovery elements that were worth money. That's something to note moving forward, because I definitely don't want that to be the norm. I don't want that to keep happening. Ooh, that's wrong container. I absolutely don't want that to keep happening, so we're going to make sure next time we have some room in our inventory, in our personal inventory, because that's where all of the discovery items go, is in your personal inventory. I wonder if there's a way we can sort of queue it up to... No, it looks like it's just lost in time and space. Ooh, look how much silver we went through. Oh, building all these all of these capital ship editions. Oh my. That is a lot of silver that we went through. Mm-hmm. Wait a second. So this is engineering. Hold on, I'm getting confused. So what we want is, yep, to cut through here. The specialists? I don't really know if we need the specialists. Let's see what Warrior Tumks has today for their multi-tool. It's worth a look, right? And it's a bunch of nonsense. Okay, thanks you for trying. We'll be done with that. And I think from this point... Nope. We want to make some chairs. Or at least a chair. Maybe a couch? I don't know, this is an office. Oops. If you hit the engineering, you went too far. This is an office, so I'm not trying to make it super comfy. But at the same time... You know, let's get ourselves a chair to sit at the desk with. You know? I mean, come on. And just spin the chair. Sure, why not? But at least now we have a chair, and then I think we'll do the same thing over here. We'll just put a chair down. Although that feels like aggressive. That feels all in Frigate Usnable's face. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just do... you know what? Oh, and of course the sofas, they don't need Star Silk. Neither does the bed. It's literally just the chairs. Okay, well, you know what? We just get rid of it. Problem solved. Every inventory spot matters. Again, we're clipping there. Alright, let's see what sort of expeditions we have available for our fleet now that everybody has returned. So we got 3-star discovery, 3-star industrial. This one's the longest. Its focus is on exploration. Ooh, look at all of these ships getting leveled up. They're not quite there yet. Not. Ooh, damaged component. You know what? Maybe we won't. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. We're not going to do that right away. We're going to go conduct some repairs. That way we can afford to send that ship back out. And we're going to take our fighter. Just in case. Whoa, look out! Alright, let's get some distance. How do I know which ship it is? I don't understand. It should ping me, right? You know what? I seem to recall reading something about how the repairing of... Whoa! Ooh, that'll make you sick. How the repairing of frigates has changed. So let's go back to the fleet management computer. Perhaps this was the wrong call. That's a little bittersweet if they did change it, and you can't just board the frigate to repair. I understand where they're coming from, that people are like, hey, quality of life. Let's just make it a nice and easy process where you can fix it in an automated capacity right from the same computer where you dispatch your expedition in order to minimize your travel time. But I kind of like doing the hand-on repairs. I guess it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, right? So who's, yeah, damaged component? Or no, you're not going to let me repair it from here, are you? So it's the one in the back right. Color scheme is sort of teal and gold. Is that really how you're gonna play that? Okay. Alright, so you have to do a little bit of research now. They don't just ping it on your HUD. I'm not entirely sure why they wouldn't just ping it on your HUD. Oh, look out! Jetpacking through the hangar is a good way to get hurt. Alright, well, it's time for some hands-on repair. A little bit of fleet management, I suppose. It's a lot of traffic, a lot of ships. Alright, it's still not pinging. Okay, there it is. Well, you have to get really close to it. Okay. Captain Friend, our ship is badly damaged. Will you help us fix it? Yes, give me the damage report. Fleet auto-diagnostics report. Moderate damage to internal systems detected. Manual repairs needed. Crew incapable of performing maintenance. Of course they are incapable of performing maintenance. Let's suppose the front of this ship is a little more impressive, right? And, yeah, no, the vintage is kind of neat. Alright, now hold on. We need to get some pictures for this episode. Default, it's a little shadowy. I like how our colors match theirs. That's pretty cool. Alright. What do we have? Well, I hear something malfunctioning already. Turn our torch lights off. Alright, so the system's access panel localization signal failure. Okay, a little bit of silver, that's fine. Alright, we'll get that panel repaired. It's what happens when you warp incorrectly too close to a black hole, I suppose. You get spaghettification of ship systems. Very, very dangerous stuff. Oh yeah, this is the main engine block. And the engine core. There you go. Let it get up and running. Looks good to me. Boy, we haven't had to do a manual repair in quite some time. It has been a little bit. So just thinking in my head about what we want to do next. I sort of want to go through the black hole and leave this system. But at the same time, I want to get some quicksilver stockpiled up for the next time we go to do a nice fancy base. So I'm thinking, let's call the Nexus, actually. Let's summon the Nexus and see what the weekend mission is. Ah, the hub is bustling, as always. See what I'm... that's a cool looking ship. See what I mean about the squid ships are really, really neat, but... I mean, I don't know. I like how that one's paint changes. It reminds me of those cars that changed color when you put them in warm or cold water. No? Did I date myself with that? I don't know. Either way. Alright, let's see what we have for missions, eh? Vanishing point. Investigate anomalous region. 15 wiring looms. Really? Wiring looms? I mean, I'm not super... That's... okay, let's just do it. I accept these terms. Other travelers may join you if you want. Yeah, I don't care. We've got this. I mean, I'm not against other travelers joining me, but oh, that's a cool looking fighter. I just had a squirrel moment. Look at that fighter. That is cool. I like ours though. And we earned it. We earned it properly. Alright, so the first part of this mission, as always, is going to be to head on down to a planet with some portal coordinates and start getting those portal coordinates. So, let's figure out which planet has our information. And hopefully it's going to send us to one of the moons that we haven't been to. Nope. Right back down to the same planet we've already been to. Not a big deal. Or no. Hush my mouth. It's the undiscovered moon. Hold on. What sort of moon are we looking at here? Oh, we didn't even get a chance to scan it? Really? So I'm kind of curious. This moon is like inside the rings? It is, sort of. It's like right up against the rings. A wind-swept moon. Oh, it's a desert moon with aggressive sentinels and a lavender sky. The lavender sky is pretty cool. It's like it's always sunrise or sunset. Oh, look at all of the... Okay. We don't really see the planet from here, do we? We'll try that. Or we'll... let's see. From up here, maybe? Nah, it's a little busy. Anywhere in particular? No, we just need to start looking for knowledge stones. Look at this traditional cactus. It's a little craggy, but it's not really mountainous. There's a lot of little broken channels in the ground. Oh no. Are those Gravitino balls? Now we've got hostile patrols. I like the rings in the horizon. I think that's pretty cool. Can't really get enough of those rings in the horizon like that. So we've got hostile sentinel patrols to contend with. And lots of them. Well, hold on, let's get some lifeforms scanned. Alluring pheromones. The weather is highly variable temperatures. And some large avian creatures. Easily scared with tiny organs. Sticky coating. Alright, well we need some blue crystals as always. We never turn down our blue crystals. Never, ever, ever. And I was asked in the comments about mining up blue crystals instead of just buying the dihydrogen jelly. But it's because of these crystal fragments. They actually give you quite a bit. So you can see I'm at 488, and then with this, now I'm at 546. So that one gave me the better part of 60. Ooh. That's a bizarre looking creature. Produces a vile stench. Yeah, sure, I'll bite. What do we got for you? The Bloodospe. Oh, look at that thing. Found in the billowing dust of planet Neely K1, gregarious, wide-roaming creatures, they're occasionally found alone, but such animals are unhappy, lost from their herd. They supplement their tuber-based diet with brightly colored flowers, the complex dye compounds providing a valuable micronutrient boost. It also produces a vile stench. Well, yeah, it's like an eyeball and tentacles. I could see that being a little stinky. Alright, so we'll secure some portal cords. Stone responds to my presence, anticipating what I seek. The carvings waver and refract as though submerged in a liquid. And we get a glyph. Ooh, predator icons. Multiple predator icons. Okay, they're trying to attack me as a herd. Alright, we have to defend ourselves. Ooh, They took a couple hits from the scatter blaster. Look at this thing. Reckless with organs and a fragile skull. Wow, they might have been going after this pack and I was just in their way. It says they're reckless, though. You know what? I'll bite. Let's see. Let's read about the Kilkiumpia. Kilkiupima. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Discovered amidst the grit and dust of planet Nilik K1, a reckless predator, they charge into fights caring little for stealth or ambush. Extremely well-adapted toxin removal systems allow them to consume prey in its entirety, from the standard flesh to the richly nutritious but frequently hazardous offal. And they have a fragile skull, most likely because of the horn. Is probably not attached properly. It's just me guessing, though. I don't really know for certain. Oh, and we're already attracting some sentinels with all of our noise. Stone greets me with a repellent audio frequency like a note out of tune, or it's been calibrated for somebody else. Nope. There's a sentinel. Whoa, another creature. Look at that. Pinocactus, bruisable organs. Dang it. This planet is really kind of neat, actually. It's got a very diverse ecosystem. And I would like to read more about them if we're not being pursued by a blasted sentinel. We just need one more knowledge stone. Here, we'll just push on this way. Look at this cave system here. And these floating rocks. Some sort of gravitational anomaly. Oh, these ravines are really cool, though. What? Reinforcements? How? I didn't do anything. Oh, my goodness. You guys are going to make me fight with you, aren't you? That's a pretty cool picture with the rings and the sunset. I'll go with that. Gotta stop and smell the roses, even when being pursued by a network of killer robots. I like the desert planets with the little grasses on it. It's almost like a savanna than a desert. All right, now it says 0 seconds. Let me go. All right, so we'll get a little more of these blue crystals. Might as well. We're here. It just takes a second. Knowledge stone dead ahead. Ooh, rapid temperature fluctuations indeed. As soon as the sun goes down, it's pretty freaking cold here. Without much moisture to help insulate the temperature. Yeah, once the sun is gone, ooh-wee, it is cold. Alright, we get another audio frequency stone with the last of the glyphs. Alright, so we'll go back to our starship. And then we'll locate this portal. And we'll get going in the direction we need to get. I'm really gonna jetpack all the way across this ravine? I guess so. This isn't the first one we saw. This one's pretty neat too, though. These little canopy layers of stone. I'm very intrigued to try to build my next base somehow into the terrain now that we have the ability to modify the terrain easier and it won't replicate. I don't know how else to say that. It will stay terraformed after we do it. That opens up a lot of really neat options. Again, let's have all those dihydrogen crystals. Works for me. Ooh. Nearby toxins detected, indeed. Alright, let's locate this portal. It's like a planet rise over a... No. No, without the sun, it's just dark. There we go. Pulse jump slingshot around the planet to the day side. Back in the sunlight where it's nice and warm. Whoa, watch out for those rocks, Thranxes. Good night. It's crazy how the rings look because the moon is so close to the parent planet's rings. Maybe this is our... Hold on. We need a centerpiece for our image, perhaps. With the sun and the rings. Oh, hold on. That looks really cool with the sun rays over here. Right. That is what I'm talking about. It's backlit, but... we'll see. It's hard to know which one we're going to go with. I usually don't know which one I want to use for the thumbnail until the moment of. Alright. Nope. Hush your mouth. Not talking to you. The monumental gateway whispers to me, the complete glyph sequence looping in my mind. My fingers move towards the ancient interface, almost of their own accord. Alright, well, let's see if the Sentinels are going to follow me across the threshold of the portal. Adios! Okay. The music seems like they want to. Clouds of haunted green. So we are at quite an anomalous planet here, as the mission would indicate.
Anomaly detected.
Disturbance detected. Okay. It's interesting here, sure. And we'll have to complete this mission and continue exploring this planet in the next episode. So we'll hop in our ship and head on over there. But until then, take care.